यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्ष रक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूत गणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः. Hello friends, this is the fourth shlok of the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Yajante satvika devan, which means sattvic person performs sacrifice for the devas. Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha, which means Rajasic people for the Yaksha and Rakshasas. Pretan Bhut Ganansh Chanye, which means for ghosts, spirits, and other beings. Yajante Tamasa Janaha, which means Tamasic people perform sacrifices. So, Shri Krishna now tell Arjun that the Sattvic people perform sacrifice for the Devas, the Rajasic people perform sacrifice for the Yakshas and the Rakshasas, while the Tamasic people, they perform sacrifice for the ghosts, spirits, and other beings. So we have already understood that all the actions that we perform in this world are an offering to the divine yajna which is presided over here by the Lord. Therefore, the Sattvic people perform actions for the Devas in this yajna. Rajasic people act for the Yakshas and Rakshasas in this yajna, and the Tamasic people, they act for the ghosts, spirits, and other beings. So from this we can understand who the Devas are, who Yakshas are, who Rakshasas are, who are ghosts, and what are spirits. Basically, all these ideas are presented in the movies symbologically, and these stupid people, they basically interpret those representations literally and they become confused. So people, when they watch in the movies that Devas are these beautiful looking human beings who are sitting somewhere in the sky in some heaven, then people just start to think that okay, this is what Devas are. Devas, they basically just look like humans and they sit up there somewhere in the space somewhere where their heaven is located. Similarly, they think that Rakshasas are basically these ugly looking human beings which are very large in size, who have big stomachs and who look very gruffy, and they throw all these impure things into the sacrifices which are performed by the rishis, and they live in the, maybe they live in the forest, or they basically are just these ugly looking people with large teeth and things like that. And then ghosts also, they think they are like these degenerated dead human beings who have come to life and who scare people. So these representations, they just look at these representations and think that this is what they are. They think that Rakshasas are like that, they think ghosts are like that. What they don't understand is these are just symbols. They are just symbols which are being used in the popular media to convey a meta story underneath it, which is based on some sort of a universal truth. They completely fail to realize this, and they think that oh, ghost is this ugly looking human being who comes and scares us when he comes at night, and he looks at the window and scares people. So stupid people, they think like that. They think Rakshas is this ugly looking being who has big teeth, who has big fat stomach, and he throws these impure things into the sacrifice. They start to think like that. That is not what it is. Sattvic people, they perform actions in goodness. Such good actions bring health and prosperity to such people, and so they enjoy good life. Such a good life is the attainment of heaven. This means that Devas are that emotional energy which propels the Sattvic people to act in goodness. Or you can say that the people who are prosperous, who are enjoying good life through goodness, they basically are Devas. They basically are Devas because they are embodying that particular emotional energy which has brought them to this situation in life where they are living their life in goodness. Similarly, Yakshas are greedy beings who hoard things for themselves, and Rakshasas are the ones who perform immoral acts for selfish gains. So all the people who are performing their actions like this, if a person is performing the action to hoard stuff, then he is under the influence of an emotional energy to hoard, and therefore they are embodying a yaksha. They are embodying that emotional energy. Similarly, if a person is acting selfishly and is acting immorally for selfish gains, then that person is embodying that emotional energy, and so that person is a Rakshas. This is what is represented by the people performing actions which are impure which are motivated by greed. And so when the Rakshasas are shown throwing impure things into the fire sacrifice, then that basically signifies these impure actions which are being performed by the Rakshasas, which destabilize this world. So Yakshas and Rakshasas are greedy emotional energies which propel the Rajasic people to act selfishly. And the Rajasic people, they embody these emotional energies, and therefore they themselves are Yakshas and Rakshasas. Finally, ghosts and spirits are negative emotional energies which throw a tamasic person into ignorance and delusion. And therefore, when a person is acting in ignorance and delusion, they are embodying that emotional energy, and so they themselves are ghosts and goblins and things like that. So you have to understand that. Don't take them literally to be like that. These are these emotional energies which are manifesting themselves in all the human beings and also all the animals also. So that manifestation in itself is represented by this, and that is what Shri Krishna is saying over here, that the Sattvic people, they perform sacrifice for the devas, which means that they are performing sacrifice influenced by the positive emotional energies. The Rajasic people, they are performing sacrifice by the passion based emotional energy, so they perform sacrifice for the Yakshas and the Rakshasas. And the Tamasic people, they are performing sacrifices for the ghosts and spirits. So that was the message of this Shlok. I hope that I have explained this Shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.